Oh, we found Ann Coulter. She's there. Ann Coulter, how are you?
Fine, thanks, Mark. Simone, how are you?
A little late. Did you just wake up?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, something happened. So, what do you?
Woke up.
What do you think? What do you think? Every time, every few months, we go through this. This is it. He's finished. He's finished.
It's every day. It's every day. I think I'm titling my column, which goes up today. Every time I want to be mad at Trump, the media pulled me back in.
Well,
I keep trying, and they're driving me crazy. The hysteria is unbelievable. You know, one great piece of news is, at least for the last ones, I don't know if they've checked this again, Axios did an evaluation of what was being talked about on social media.
Yeah.
And Comey's firing was like at the bottom.
well, you know, people don't get this. And you talk to anybody in the bubble here, anybody in the news media, anybody, you say, you know, all over America, they don't know who Comey is. They don't want to hear about Comey. They look at you like you're nuts. But
no, and by the way, these weren't topics like, you know, the weather and I don't know what's on TV. They were all political topics.
yeah, but if you look all over social media, which is a pretty good barometer, nobody is talking about Comey. They just don't care about it.
Right, and the latest ones are even crazier. This business, it was funny. I don't know if you turned on the TV. Yeah, I guess it was Tuesday night. I'd been doing other stuff. I'm going about my business and turn on the TV at, I don't know, midnight. And it was total hysteria on Tuesday night, Mark. It was hilarious. The most embarrassing hyperventilating lunatic was Alan Dershowitz, and someone has got to look that up and post it because it is more embarrassing than his defense of OJ. He's just hyperventilating on Cooper Anderson, saying, "We just can't make this political. This can't be partisan. This is the most important issue that this country has ever faced." You have to look this up. I'm not making that up at all. It was so pathetic. And then it turns out the claim is Trump has leaked classified information to the Russians. Well, anyone vaguely familiar with our law and Constitution, the president can't leak classified information. By definition, that is impossible. Classified information belongs to the president. He can slice it, he can dice it, he can leak it to whomever he wants, or give it to whomever he wants. He determines whether it's classified. And then the claim was this weird, secretive, bootstrapping claim about, yes, but he revealed sources and methods, and this is going to hurt us, and lots of hyperventilating about that. And then McMaster and Tillerson and Dina Powell, even that Goldman Sachs wench, all came up and said, no, we were in the room. He did not reveal any sources. But, the Washington Post and the New York Times, they have anonymous sources. No, this is totally the deep state trying to take out the president, determine their own foreign policy, and they apparently want to have World War III with Russia, not with Islamic terrorism, which Russia is our ally in fighting. It is the entire, and the fact that these Republicans, Mark Simone, oh my gosh, we've got to throw every one of them out.
Well, this is the swamp. It's not about left or right. The swamp and the alligators are all going to defend themselves.
It is the uniparty against the people. But, you know, Trump could remind us of this by building the wall.
Oh, you and the wall. We'll get to that. Man's fighting for his life. You're worried about a few bricks in San Diego. He'll get to the wall. Hey, Steve Bannon, a year ago, he said, if you think they're just going to hand you your country back without a hell of a fight, you're mistaken.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So,
but, you know, they think it's. I do love referring to everything as Watergate these days. Everything reminds them of Watergate. The president sneezed day. Hey, you know who else sneezed, Mark?
Yeah, you know, everything used to be Hitler. Everything he did, he was Hitler. Now everything is Watergate. Now he's Nixon all the time.
Yes, but one small problem with that is they weren't counting on the internet. I mean, all day Tuesday yesterday, I don't know what day. It was we haven't even talked about this, and it is more important news, but that Seth Rich murder, who may have been the source of the DNC stuff to WikiLeaks. There was more news on that coming out, and that's what has been trending on Twitter for the last 48 hours. Nothing about Comey, about Russia. Wait, are they on to something else yet? Well, as you know.
Yeah, I don't think they get, you remember there was a period of 3-4 months where all he did was write about Steve Bannon, and they finally figured out nobody anywhere in America knows who Steve Bannon is. They're not reading any article about Steve Bannon. Even Steve Bannon wasn't reading the article. So they gave that up, and now it's going to be Comey.
I know. We have to keep going through these periodic Emmanuel Goldsteins from Orwell's 1984. They bring people into a room just, to keep unity and patriotism, and they put on a big screen a picture of someone who was called Emmanuel Goldstein, and they'd have their 2 minutes hate screaming at him periodically throughout the day. And if you weren't screaming like you really meant it, you could get in trouble with Big Brother. That has been my life. They used to do it to me about every 6 months. Now they're just going to keep running through a series of members of the Trump administration. Oh, one other thing. This business about this one they brought up last night, they probably moved on to something else by now. But this business about Trump saying to Comey, I hope you can take it easy on Mike Flynn.
Or let it go, yeah.
Okay. The crucial fact that no one is mentioning is Mike Flynn didn't break the law. It's perfectly appropriate for a transition member to be talking to foreign countries. This is what transition teams do. The Obama administration transition people admitted it. The Clinton people admitted it. Of course, Mike Flynn had to talk to Russia. The reason he was fired was because he lied to Mike Pence about it. That's in the president's prerogative, but because the deep state was being hysterical, I'm pretty sure it is not a crime to lie to the vice president.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. That's all he could have been charged with, is lying to Mike Pence. I don't see that in the statutes anywhere.
Right.
Well.
So taking it easy, I think it had more to do with, or lay off him. I think it had more to do with, the demands for some sort of investigation. Because, I suppose, the FBI, a policeman, you can have bad cops. They can investigate anybody. They can spend their lives. Look at these independent counsels.
Well, I hate to say it, we're out of time. Somebody called late, but we're out of time.
I'm sorry.
But everybody go to AnnCoulter.com. I'm sure tomorrow's column is going to be must-reading. And if you go to AnnCoulter.com and sign up, you'll be the first to get it. Also follow Ann Coulter on Twitter and Facebook, and get her book, In Trump We Trust. Ann Coulter, thanks for being with us.
Good to talk to you, Mark Simone. Bye-bye.
All right, take care.